Hi, I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants.
I'm Sandy Kreisberg, the HBSGuru.
Welcome to another edition of Handicapping Your MBA Odds. We have today a 28-year-old white female who has spent 6 years working for 2 Fortune 500 companies, 3 in consumer products and 3 for a multinational chemical company. She has a degree in chemical engineering from a top 15 school with a GPA of 3.58, an excellent GMAT, 760.
Strike up the band, yes.
760
Yes.
GMAT, amazing. Okay. And she is active in the LGBT community and a leader in that community for her company. And she wants to go to a really good school. She has on her list.
Tell her goals. John.
Stanford.
No.
Okay, I'll tell the goals first. So she wants to basically go from engineer to consultant in the oil and gas industry. Currently, she's been working in quality assurance for engineering 5 years before in process engineering and project management. So she basically wants to get out of the engineering place and get into a consulting job.
Can't blame her.
No, and she's got some great schools that she wants to go to, Stanford, Wharton.
Well, she does. She does. This is important.
Yeah.
She says she wants to be a consultant to the industry,
Yes.
to the oil and gas chemical industry, to leverage my technical skills and provide a unique insight into the industry.
Yep.
So,
Well, McKinsey, Bain, BCG
She's-
all
she-
have
she-
offices in Texas.
yes, what she wants to do is stop being an engineer and leverage her engineering skills.
Exactly. And she would
So
love to go
That's what we all want to do.
to
We want to
Stanford.
stop what we're doing and leverage.
You remember, the MBA is the degree for reinvention.
Yeah. Just don't say that.
Where in the world can anyone reinvent themselves other than America with an MBA when you're 28 years of age?
Okay.
Okay. Stanford, Wharton, Berkeley, Chicago, UCLA, and Columbia. Those are her target schools. What do you think?
Let's take Stanford,
Yeah.
which is a good way to do an X-ray on this profile. Stanford would like the 760. Stanford would like the classy jobs. If she were an innovative, impactful leader in the LGBT community, that's something Stanford would take note of.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Plus a woman with a chemical engineering
Yeah,
degree.
and a STEM woman.
Right.
Right. Okay. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. For Stanford, you really need the what?
Victim story.
Well, the X factor. Yes,
Okay.
you need the X factor,
Yeah.
which often is a victim story. Yes, victim or helping victims.
That's right.
If you're not so fortunate as to be a victim, you can help victims in a leadership role. I'll also say this about Stanford. What we got here is a 358 BS in chemical engineering from a top 15 engineering school. For Stanford, and for only Stanford, that might be a hair across there, whatever, okay? They might, instead of a 3.58, they might be looking for something that really shines, like a Magna at MIT or Caltech.
Right.
Just saying, if she doesn't get into Stanford, not a victim, resume is gold, but not 24 karat gold, okay? If we're making a new distinction here.
2 Fortune 500 companies, not so bad.
That's fine. I'll tell you, those companies would count too.
Yeah.
Not all Fortune 500 companies are created equal, my friend.
True.
Certainly, not in the eyes of admissions officers.
But on the other hand, chemical companies don't send a lot of MBAs, a lot of kids into MBA programs.
Right.
So
Good
she's
point.
good for the diversity.
Okay, so that's the way to get at her. That's the way to do an X-ray using Stanford as the plate. Yeah, the rest of it, as you keep reminding me, is just solid. 760 doesn't go away. White STEM woman 760. That's a filter that not a lot of people get through.
No. And even the STEM filter, chemical engineering is so rare for a woman
Yeah.
compared to even computer science.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Well, you're making John is the applicant's friend here. John is the applicant's friend, and I'm the voice.
She has very little
the voice of history.
Very little to lose by filling out that essay. What matters to you most and why?
Yeah, true enough. Okay, she didn't list Harvard as a target, but boy, I would apply there.
Yeah.
It's just very strong. A question I have for her is, do you need an MBA? We've had this discussion a number of times. She could get hired by a consultant. My guess is she could, if she sniffed around, she could get hired by a consulting company right now. They're looking for people like this. You know, for McKinsey, all you need is a 760 GMAT. As far as they're concerned, that replaces an MBA. It's not like you're more valuable to them.
Yeah.
If you have the 2 years of MBA experience.
Well, it depends. If she's a stereotypical STEM person, her presentation skills may not be polished enough.
Yeah, you know, they'll do that. To be honest with you, that's not going to get better at business. You know, business school is not the Juilliard school, okay?
So, and you're saying Harvard she has a better shot merely because they accept more people, and her stats are solid.
Right, totally
her
solid.
Her background is great.
As to the other places, well, let's go through it just because you're obsessed with this.
Wharton odds.
Very high.
Very high. Yeah. Come on, that's GMAT.
All she's got to do is, and she's got a story. It's a consistent story. It all makes sense.
She gets a scholarship at Wharton.
Yeah.
What do you say? 40%? 50?
Yeah, 50%.
50%. Berkeley.
And as to the other places, it's the same deal.
Same.
She just has to convince them she wants to go.
So Berkeley, Chicago, UCLA, Columbia, Wharton 50% plus.
Yeah, for sure.
Harvard 30, you said?
No, I think our Harvard chances are
40?
Like 30 to 45.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you are getting into a great school as well. You got a great story, great stats, great background, and as Sandy said, you probably can get hired by McKinsey, Bain, BCG right now. Anyway, go for it. This is John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Hope your MBA dreams come true.